Hey, this is Kel again. We're going to just convert our navigation into an ATO navigation. As it is right now, we have to edit these links from the file itself, and it's really not a lot of fun if you're making a theme that's for sale or something, or that you're releasing to the public. It's, for them to have to open this file and go edit these links just isn't all that exciting for them. Being able to do it from the admin panel is a lot easier. The way it is right now, we could just quickly add the links and we would be done. Let me open up the themeinfo.php real quick. This again is the titles that you see in your admin panel. This is what the parameters are. For example, link 1 and then link 1 text. So this would be your text that would display in your header, and this would be the URL that it went to. Hence the name and the URL. So it's just, to keep it simple, they did it link 1 text, link 2 text, and so on. So in order for us to make this ATO, all we need to do is go in here, and we're just going to do this here. We've already done similar, and it's theme info, and then it's link 1. Now this will be the href for the link 1, and then we have our title. So to do our title, we would just do the exact same thing over here, but it would be info link 1 text. Now if we go back here to our site and we'll refresh, now we have our navigation's changed. The home button is changed. So if you go into the theme management and we look at the link, it's all caps. Now if we wanted to change that and say new home, just click save, we'll refresh this, and it'll say new home. And it'll still link back to the main index because I didn't change the link. So that's basically it. We can actually get this done fairly quick just by copy and pasting this all the way through, and we'll just change these here. Alright. So that part is really easy if you do your navigation this way. Another benefit of doing it with the CSS is if I want to add more links, it's a matter of copy and paste. Take 2 minutes to add 4 more links if we needed them. The other way of doing it is with Flash, and a lot of people have asked how you do it. So I'm going to show you a very basic way. You can study Flash to learn to how to do the rollovers and all that stuff. But we're not going to do it that way. What we can do though is, since we're not going to use this navigation anymore, we will just erase that. So now we just have our standard background image, which would be our repeating image. Let me go ahead and add this code back in here. Okay. So if we save that, now we don't have a navigation anymore, but we do have our little background image over here, and this is where it ends. What we need to do is go into Photoshop real quick, and we'll just open up our header PSD that we had, and we'll turn that off so we don't have the navigation there. If we want to slice this out, which we can do it two ways, we can crop it or we can just do a slice. You have to keep in mind though that we have a repeating slice right here, which is perfectly fine. We don't need it there. All we really need to do is grab a section. Let me just back up. All we need to do is grab a section of this background here. So we could actually just grab this slice here, drag it over a little bit, however far we think we need to go. I can turn this on. Maybe you want your navigation to be that long, you know, so you can add, you know, 6 buttons if you wanted. You do not want the text in there. Now, what I'm going to do on this design, because of the way the header is done, and you'll figure it out on some of your designs that you do, it's easier to flatten the image and then crop it, depending on how you have your styles. Otherwise, you know, when you crop it, it'll actually give you stuff that you didn't know you had as far as the colors and things like that. But what we'll do is we'll just save for web and devices, and we're going to save it as a GIF. We'll go ahead and save it in here in the images, and we're just going to nav BG, and we'll just back up because we don't want to save any of that stuff there. So we're done with that there. Now we have to add that image in, and that is nav-bg GIF, and it's 421 by 30. So all we really need to do is, this is the background image right here. So all we need to do is add a TD row right below it. And it was 421, I think. Oops, wrong button. 421 by 30. Oops. I have a typo somewhere. It's never good when I leave that stuff out, is it? Did I save that? navbg.gif. That's right. It's alright. Y'all are probably sitting over there laughing. It's all good. Alright, so now we have our full image here. Now we can make that into a flash file, and that is fairly easy to do. We just open up Flash over here, and we're just going to open up ActionScript 2.0, and we're going to change the size. It's going to be 421 by 30, and the background color, just going to pick something close to what's on there. You can make it match exact if you want to, and I'm just going to click OK. This will just call our background, and then we want to go over here to File, Import to Library, and we need to find that image. So we have that. What we're going to do is we're just going to drag that onto our stage over here, and we're going to set the X at 0 and the Y is at 0, so it's, you know, centered on our stage. Now we need to go up here and create a new layer, and we're just going to name this text, and we're just going to type some text in here. Because of the way we're doing this, it can all be the same text. I mean, you don't have to use anything fancy as far as, you know, naming what you're going to have your links. It's not really going to matter. It's not going to matter at all. So this will be your first link. You can set the color. You can pick the font you want if you want, you know, some something else. I mean, we might want to use that font or whatever. So you can do that. The other thing you need to do is make sure that it's dynamic text. And then over here in the var, you're just going to type link 1 text, and then we'll create another link. We'll just put it out here off to the side, and we'll also call that one home. Now this one here is 5.3 on the Y, so if we don't want to mess with it, we can just come over here and type 5.3, hit enter, and it'll line this text up with this one on the bottom. You can do the math and figure out what the X needs to be in between each button. I'm not going to do that for the video. The purpose is just so you can see how to do it, not, you know, all the detail there. This one here, I need to put the link to text, and this one here will be link 3 text, and then we need one more link here. Something like that'll work. And that will be link 4 text. Okay. So we have all of our text done. And you can go up here to control and you can do test movie, and, you know, if you do test your movie and it shows up like this, then it's something very simple and can be fixed easily. You just want to go in and select all your text layers, and there's a little tab right here on multi-line. You just want to uncheck it. I believe that is the problem there. We'll test the movie, and now see how my mouse doesn't highlight the text. It's because we just took it from being selectable text to not being selectable text. So you want to make sure that you check that. Alright, now we just want to create a new layer, and on this layer we're just going to call this buttons. To make the buttons, all we're going to do is just create the layer, and we're just going to go over here to the rectangle tool, and we're just going to draw a box, something like that. You do want to make sure that you have the fill color set to alpha, transparency of 0. That way it won't fill it with a color. If you don't do that, then it's going to fill it with a color. So that would actually be your button right there. And what we'll do is we'll actually convert that to a button by right clicking on it and then going down to convert to symbol and make it a button, and then I'm just going to call it link 1 to keep it simple. And then we will do the same thing. We'll go over here and grab the next one. You can keep it on there, but sometimes it doesn't snap the way it's supposed to for me. And we will go to convert to simple. We're going to name this link 2. And then we'll go back to our rectangle tool and we'll do the same thing with the third one. Alright, so now we have our buttons made. Now all we need to do is go into our resource folder and go into the Flash ATO header code. All we need from that is, well, we will need this section. It's already set for 4 links. If you want to add more links, you can. We will want to just grab one of these. This just lets you know that the link 1 text is there, and this is the actual action that makes it click. So we'll just right click on our button and we will go to actions and we'll just paste that in there. And this is already link 1, so we'll leave it alone. We'll right click on button 2 and we'll go to actions, and we'll right click and we'll just click change that to link 2, and we'll do that through the whole thing here. Alright, and we'll just test the movie real quick. Now we have a little finger there because these are now buttons. So we can go ahead and save that. Now, what we'll do is we'll export movie. And I'm just going to change it to HD nav. The SWF. And we'll save it in DFT Blue Images. I'm using CS3, so Flash Player 9 is about the best I can get. Just go ahead and click OK. And we should now have a HD nav.swf. So we'll just go back over here to Dreamweaver and we'll grab this code right here. We're just going to copy it. We're going to go to our header, and what we'll do is we'll just comment out that background image, and we'll just create a space here and we'll paste this. Now the width, as you know, is 421, so we'll just type that in there. The width again is 421 and the height is 30. Now the link is themes, the name of your theme, and then HDNav. We'll do the same thing down here, but I'm just going to copy and paste it. Double check my name again. Alright, and I'm just going to hit save. And now I have a navigation. The downside to using Flash is you're limited to buttons being fixed. You can't adjust them, not unless you edit the Flash file itself. If I went in here, like you can see, account is cut off, and you'll see a lot of themes that that actually have that. To make that work right, I could, well, one way I could do it is to change it to user, which you see a lot of people doing. Downloads is cut off, so we'll change that to the typical, which is files. Forums is fine, but now we have to make it the same, so we'll change the way it's written there, which is not all caps. Just click save, we'll go to the home page, and now it's all fine. So now we have our navigation. But if you wanted to add more links, you could go in and edit your Flash file, which is why I suggested using CSS. So it's all entirely up to you and how you want to do it. That's just, you know, my preference is CSS, so it doesn't have to be, but it's what I like. I hope that helped everybody and cleared up some questions people had. If people do need to know how to do more advanced navigations with rollovers and sound and things like that, I'm sure we can help you at darkforgegfx.com. Just let me know. Other than that, you know, that's it. So, hope everything works out. Thanks.